Ezinne's mystery. In a quiet village far from the busy town, there lived a young woman named Ezinne. She was kind, hardworking, and newly married to a man named Obi. Ezinne was the most beautiful girl in the valley, with skin like polished ebony. When she married Obi, the village thought it was a match made by the ancestors. At first, life seemed peaceful. But there was one problem. Obi's mother did not like Ezinne. From the very first day, Ezinne entered her husband's home. Her mother-in-law watched her with sharp eyes. "You are not good enough for my son," she would say. To her, Ezinne was not a daughter. She was a thief who had come to steal her son's heart. Ezinne tried her best to please her. She woke up early. She cooked. She cleaned and swept. She fetched water and did all the house chores. She greeted her politely. But nothing was ever enough. When Obi was around, his mother acted kind. But the moment he left, her face changed. She would whisper hurtful words. "You are lazy. You are useless. You will never belong here." One evening, Mama Obi walked into the kitchen. She tasted Ezinne's soup and spat it onto the dirt floor. "Too much salt," she hissed. "You are trying to poison my son with your laziness." Ezinne said nothing. She simply cleaned the floor and started again. Ezinne suffered in silence. After some weeks, strange things started happening. Ezinne would cook soup, but it would suddenly taste bitter. Water she fetched would spill without reason. Her body became weak for no clear cause. At night, she heard footsteps outside her room. Slow, dragging, watching. When she opened the door, no one was there. Fear began to grow in her heart. One night, unable to sleep, Ezinne pretended to be asleep. She heard her door creak open slowly. Her mother-in-law entered quietly. In her hand was a small calabash. She whispered strange words under her breath. Then she sprinkled something on the floor. Ezinne's heart pounded. She did not move. The old woman left as quietly as she came. Another night, Ezinne pretended to go to the stream, but hid behind the large water urn in the kitchen. She watched as Mama Obi crept in. From a small pouch hidden in her waistcloth, the old woman pulled out a dried root, the age root, known to cause a slow, wasting sickness. Mama Obi stirred it into Ezinne's pot of porridge, whispering, "Once you are gone, my son will belong only to me again." Ezinne knew she could not go to Obi. He was blinded by his love for his mother. She didn't eat the porridge. She decided to go and see her aunt the next day. The next morning, Ezinne went to see her aunt, who was an old woman in the village known for great power and wisdom. After listening carefully, the old woman said, "Your mother-in-law is working against you." Ezinne's body trembled. "But why?" she asked. The old woman replied, "Some hearts are filled with jealousy and control. They fear losing their place."
"Take this. Put around your neck."
"Thank you, Ma."
When Mama Obi noticed that Ezinne was still alive and fine, she said to herself, "So this girl did not eat the porridge. I know what to do next." That night, Ezinne stayed awake. Again, the door opened. Again, the old woman entered and started whispering into a charm on her hand. As she was about to drop the charm on the floor of Ezinne's room, the charm around Ezinne's neck began to glow. The room grew still. The mother-in-law froze. Her voice stopped. She looked around in fear. For the first time, she was afraid. She quickly ran out of the room. The next morning, the mother-in-law fell ill. She could no longer walk around spreading cruelty. Her strength left her. After a while, when she could gather a little strength, she packed her bags and left the house. Obi finally saw the truth. He noticed how his wife had suffered. He saw the fear in his mother's eyes as she was leaving. And slowly, everything became clear. From that day, Ezinne was no longer alone. The strange happenings stopped. 5 years passed. Ezinne hasn't conceived. She became very sad. Obi always told her, "Don't be sad. Kids are gifts from God. They would come at the right time." Ezinne questioned, "Have the gods abandoned me? Why me?" Obi responded, "I'm not complaining, am I?" Both couples remain hopeful that one day Ezinne would conceive. One faithful morning, Mama Obi, her mother-in-law, came visiting with a young lady Yugachi. Mama Obi asked, "Why is everywhere so quiet like this? No kids running around after 5 years of marriage." Ezinne kneeling to greet her saying, "Welcome, Mama. How was your trip?" Mama Obi replied, "Where is my son?" Just then Obi entered after a long day. Obi greeted, "Welcome, Mama, how was your trip?" Mama Obi responds, "I'm fine, my son." Obi questions, "Hope all is well, Ma." Mama Obi responds, "Oh, you have joined your wife to label me a witch Abby. Can't I visit my son again?" Obi looks surprised. Mama Obi continues, "Anyway, I am here for an important matter. Yugachi, greet your husband." Yugachi kneels to greet Obi. Obi exclaims, "Husband." Mama Obi continues, "Since you and the man you got married to has decided not to give me a grandchild, or a woman who cannot conceive, is not different from a man. Yugachi, take your luggage to the room. This is your new home." Obi reacts, "Mama, take this young lady back to where you got her from. I'm married already." Mama Obi responds, "Yes, you're married to a man. Keep deceiving yourself." Ezinne starts crying. Mama Obi takes Yugachi to the back of the hut, gives her something wrapped in a paper. "Take this, put it in your husband's meal. Watch how his love for you grows." Yugachi kneels to thank Mama Obi.